Hello and welcome to NSK's PV Power Hour for February 17th, 2018. My name's Yoshi and I am a person at newschoolkaidan.com. And I am joined, as always, by Charlie Draco Cowden. What's up?
You're a person? I thought you were a robot.
I am a robot. We're also wearing the same shirt tonight, so we're both robots designed
Oh.
to... I don't know if you... I just realized this right now.
So did I.
We've been chatting for like 15, 20 minutes, and I just now realized that we're both wearing the same shirts. So, yeah, we're cool like that, yo.
Yeah.
You can get those shirts at americanapparel.com/store.com/newschoolkaidan. I don't know, fucking know. We're resetting up the shop. Just give us a moment. We'll definitely get some more shirt designs up and stuff. So, yeah, as you can probably hear in my voice, I am still under the weather. So I will be muting myself quite a bit. So you'll hear probably some extended moments of silence. So just letting you guys know that I am having trouble with my voice because I still have sinus issues. So, yeah, let's get started. Let's talk about Tokyo Girl Style, Last Romance,
Last romance.
the last of the romances.
Um, this is...
I guess we can start with the elephant in the room, I guess, right? We've had this discussion already.
It's a weird song.
Yeah, it just sounds weird, right?
Yeah, well... It sounds depressed anyway, because it's not... it's just the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah... I don't know who... Apparently they got a new producer or new somebody, some new staff that's doing their songs.
Right.
And apparently they replaced the mixer, the dude that engineers the whole song and puts it
Right.
together.
Yeah, the vocals are... What the hell is going on?
Yeah. They're very... raw. I think I figured it out. There's no reverb on them.
There's no filtering, like any kind of effect on it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just sounds like they just recorded it and put it on the recording.
Which is pretty impressive, because I never thought May's voice was that good.
Right.
And she actually sounds pretty good at this one.
She sounds okay. I think the worst one is Hitomi by far.
Yeah.
And it's just odd because she's always been the quote-unquote best singer in TGS, give or take Ayano.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just really odd sounding song, and the fact that this made it out of the cutting room is really weird to me.
Yeah. Well, in this form, anyway.
Right. It just seems unfinished. It's like a demo or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm actually really curious to see what the remix sounds like. There's the Nemu remix.
Okay. Like a Royal Mirrorball kind of remix, but not Royal Mirrorball.
Yeah. It's the third track on the single.
Right.
On the CD only version. So I'm actually curious to see how that sounds.
My guess is that they're just going to rip out the vocals as is and then replace everything else.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a very good possibility.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very weird.
It sounds raw as fuck. And
Yeah.
basically maybe indie-ish?
Yeah.
Almost. It just
Yeah.
sounds very... Yeah, unfinished.
Yeah, I could see that. Like,
But I like their instrumentals, though. So that's the weird part.
yeah, they're not bad. No, I mean, overall, it's not a bad song. Yeah, I'm not sure I necessarily like the key they did it in, but yeah, I can deal with that.
Yeah, it's like their older stuff. It's funky-ish, but then they mix like New Jack Swing-ish feels to it, and also, trying to think of like vapor wave-ish. Some parts reminded me of Aspecia, specifically.
Yeah.
So You know, it's a really interesting song that's just has this really jarring vocal recording to it. So I think it's a
Yeah.
little disappointing overall.
No, I was reading a translation on the description, and it mentioned something about how the new staff didn't want to like just abruptly change their style, and actually went back and re-listened to all of their old stuff, and tried to take parts of it, and this is apparently what he came up with.
Yeah, I mean that's solid.
Which is, yeah, I can see where that came from.
Yeah,
It's it's okay.
yeah, it's just okay for me. I just like the instrumentals quite a bit. So
I honestly think I preferred, well, anything from the previously.
the electro house, tropical house stuff.
No, I read like anything previously.
Oh,
I think I preferred anything before this.
yeah,
Like from debut to, yeah, what, not Milfy, you, the one after that.
pre-dawn.
Yeah. Or Water Lily.
Yeah,
Water Lily was okay. I
it was
think that was
okay.
probably the weaker of the.
I think Shinkai and Water Lily are the weakest of the tropical house TGS era.
Yeah.
Milfiu and pre-dawn are the best.
Yeah.
All right, this PV is a performance shot PV for the most part,
Yeah.
and they're performing in a warehouse and then switches locations into some sort of outdoor rooftop kind of looking place with the ocean in the background.
Kind of looks like a runway.
Yeah, I don't know what it is exactly. They don't look very high up, so
Yeah.
it's hard to tell, honestly.
It's a lot of this video is done in reverse. Like a good probably half of this video is played in reverse.
Hmm.
Because of all the
The paint,
paint
yeah.
that they poured over the girls and various objects, and then played backwards to make it look like it was uh, coming off. I don't know what exactly the effect they were going for, but it's weird
Yeah.
and really not that interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's just this abstract art kind of PV. They
Yeah.
used to do a lot of this. Well, I mean, they've always done PVs like this where I guess that symbolizes something, but I don't think the people who directed it or came up with the ideas ever really meant to mean something. We're just
Yeah.
looking too far into it, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't know at this. I don't see a meaning to this, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, there were obvious symbolisms in some PVs, like Liar and
Yeah,
Kodo no Himitsu and stuff like that, but it's like a similar vein to those PVs.
yeah. Especially with like the orange globe or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Um, but it seems the main focus is on like the ceramics and the paint thing, and I don't know.
Yeah.
That's one of them like high art things that I just don't get.
Yeah, I mean, I think the director was just like, "Oh, this is cool looking, I guess. Let's do it." And they did it.
It doesn't cost a lot,
No.
so
Yeah. They wanted to add some color cuz this PV is pretty stale in terms of color saturation. It's very
Yeah.
flat colors, so the blue paint is like the most colorful thing.
yeah,
And even then, it's so saturated. It's not really like a Japan filter, it's like a sepia brownish tone. So,
yeah,
yeah, it's just a very flat PV with some intrigue, but nothing that's actually intriguing.
yeah. And the outfits are like a cross between something from, the top kind of reminds me of Kono no Himitsu, and I believe it is,
Hmm.
and the bottom reminds me of something newer,
Hmm.
and it just seems like a very disjointed mashup.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that in like May's outfit is like the top is the purple satin short puffy sleeve thing, right?
Yeah,
That definitely feels Kodo no Himitsu, but
the purple and black,
yeah, for sure.
and then you got that really like I don't know poofy uh, skirt thing that looks almost like a formal dress,
Hmm.
and it just I don't know, it feels disjointed and kind of
Yeah,
just thrown together.
yeah, it's not very cohesive. Vu says that outfits they look like perfumes, which yeah, I can see that.
Okay, I'll take your word on that one because I haven't watched enough Perfume to.
I haven't seen anything by them recently, but I can
Yeah,
see the shape and like the colors being perfume.
yeah.
They usually wear one solid color though, I think, but yeah, but the shape and stuff. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
maybe the skirts were stolen from Perfume.
Could be. You just cut it into pieces. So,
I don't know.
all
It's
right.
just not good.
Anything else on this?
No.
All right. Rate it with the following ratings: repeat, playlist, shelf, dump. Those are the ratings we've been using for the past couple weeks. Just reminding everyone that that is our new rating scale. So, PV and song, please.
I would. I took several listens to actually get into this song. I would put the song on a playlist. I did find myself enjoying it more after half a dozen listens or so.
Yeah.
Um, the PV, I would probably dump it. It's not. It's not as interesting as their older stuff, and yeah, there's just nothing really there for me to get interested in. Even the members are just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. They don't look very invested.
Yeah. So what do you? What about you?
I will give the PV a shelf. No, I would dump it. You know what? No, it's just not interesting enough. It's doesn't have much replay value. The intrigue is very little intrigue, and you know the members look nice, but the outfits aren't great. So I'm looking at this PV going, yeah, this is a very subpar, boring PV. I mean, TGS's PVs have never been all that amazing, but yeah, this is probably subpar for most of their stuff compared to.
They haven't always been amazing, but they've always had something there that makes them interesting.
Right.
And this just doesn't have it.
Yeah. It's lacking for sure. The song I'll put on a playlist, mostly for the instrumentation. I think it's really nice, even for TGS's funky style. It's got a little more synth focus to it, but it's not like the tropical house that they were doing. So it's a really nice change of pace because the old stuff, like from 3, 4, 5 years ago, that was all acoustic instrumentals, but this is basically all synth. So it's neat that they're doing funky-ish things with that kind of instrumentation, and the melody's nice. It just the vocals are very, yeah, it doesn't sound great. So, all right, let's Tokyo Girl Style, Last Romance. Next up, Predia, Hotel Sunset. Ooh, yeah. So, I think the easiest thing to talk about is a PV, for sure.
Yeah.
The members of Predia are employees at a hotel. This gentleman by himself, looks like a businessman on a business trip, is checking in by himself. And the members of Predia are, you know, the people at the reception desk. They're the bellboys. Is it the bellboy? The people who carry your luggage and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, so that, and basically they run the hotel. And the entire time, their goal is to, I guess, seduce the guy. But the guy is doing everything in his power to resist, and he's also scared as fuck.
Yeah.
Because like nine? Is it 9 members of Predia or whatever?
Just something
Beautiful
like
women coming on to you the entire time, and you're the only one there knowing what the fuck is going on.
that. 10 members.
10, okay. So, the dude is shitting his pants because he has no idea what the fuck is going on, and he's being fed plastic fruits and half-eaten stuff.
Mango, apple, banana,
Yeah,
something, fondue, banana.
yeah.
Uh,
It's a chocolate fondue banana, and the banana has like half melted chocolate on it, so it looks
yeah.
terrible.
It's just, it's very stalkerish.
It is for sure.
Very
They're
stalkerish.
they're basically the entire time they're hunting for the guy, and
Yeah.
they in the middle of the PV go into his room because they're employees at the hotel, so they have access to every room, I guess. And they take the "Do Not Disturb" sign and put a sticker over the "Do Not" part and put "Please disturb." So that gave them an opening, quote unquote opening, to go in the room. That's just excuse, I guess. And they staked him out, and he walks into the room, and there are 10 members of Predia just dancing in front of him.
Yeah. It's like I'm uncomfortable
Yeah.
in this situation.
His expression the entire time is, "Oh my god, I don't know what to do with myself." He's just like this, like, "Oh my god," like bewildered, scared look, and it's amazing.
It's a very weird PV.
It's weird, and also, like, to put into context of history of Predia, all of their PVs are basically taking place in one set. They don't really do much outside of a studio, so it's really
This is
nice to
true.
see them go outside of their comfort zone and go film outside of just one studio set. I think it's really fun seeing them in this context, in this surreal, like, you quote unquote have a world. They built a world or semi-story line here. It's not just we're sexy ladies and we're dancing sexily.
Now it's we're hunting sex.
Yes, we are committing fraud and breaking and entering and doing everything we can to seduce this man. This
Yeah.
poor man.
Oh, and then it's what does his shirt at the end say? Something like
It says eaten. Yeah, because I think there's a part in the lyrics that says something about eating and stuff, and eating implies many things in Japanese as well. When you say tabeta, it means you bang them. So it's a slang for banging someone. So I don't know if that's what they're going for, but I'm pretty sure that's what they're hinting at the entire time. And the shirt
Probably.
at the end says eaten because he got banged. Predia had what they wanted and left.
He straightens his shirt up
Yeah.
so you can actually read it.
It's fucking great. This PV is just charming and funny and not super in depth, because I think one thing that was missing was just other employees or other guests at the hotel.
Yeah.
It just felt a little empty, but like the charm of the Predia members and then the dude being so scared the entire time just makes the PV for me.
Yeah. Hot spot in Havana.
Yep.
So apparently they're in Cuba?
Yep. And they're eating peach, mango, and banana.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that means.
And why did they steal his clothes in the elevator?
I don't know. Maybe they had sex with him in the elevator too.
That man.
Maybe every instance of them meeting the guy is them having sex with the guy.
Maybe. I kind of wish they'd kept the hotel uniforms.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I don't really like the dance
No,
performance outfits.
no, they're not good.
There's too much frills and layers there.
I think Predia's had some hit or misses recently with their outfits, and this is
Yeah.
a miss for sure. It's just this loose, lacking of shape, big frill layers, I guess.
Yeah. Lots of frilly, wavy stuff. And
It's just not flattering.
The colors are okay.
Yeah, I mean silver, black, grayish.
Purplish.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I just don't like the big frill things. Yeah, it's not my.
Yeah.
It's not my
Yeah.
thing. They wear outfits like that a lot, so
Yeah.
are similar in style. I was
Yeah.
never really into Predia's outfits, so
I think it would have been better if it had been flat and
yeah,
form fitting
yeah,
rather than form fitting and frilly.
yep. So yeah, I really like this PV a lot. It's fun.
Yeah, it's silly.
Yep. The song here, hard to say exactly what they were trying to go for, genre-wise. It feels loungy at the same time. It has hints of samba, bossa nova,
A little jazzy.
little jazz, a little bit of salsa. It's like every Latin instrumental you can think of mixed with like a jazzy lounge song. So it's not overly Latin, but it definitely has its influences.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely gives you that kind of. Yeah, I would say primarily samba.
Yeah,
Like a slow samba.
yeah. And I think
Yep.
this song is absolutely catchy and it's just easy to remember. Just melodies are really, really strong with the hook, and the peach, mango, and banana. Hotspot is in Cuba. I mean, Havana. Like it's
Yeah.
just so it rhymes. Banana and Havana rhymes. It's just so tailor made to be a catchy song, and yeah, I love it.
I I don't find the lyrics all that catchy, except for that part, peach,
Yeah.
mango, and banana, something, something, fondue and banana.
Hmm.
Um, Other than that, I don't really find myself paying much attention to the lyrics. The instrumentals are good, though.
Yeah, the instrumentals are really refreshing. You don't really hear this kind of stuff in idols, so
So,
yeah, I like it a lot. Anything else?
no.
All right, rate it.
I'd put this on a playlist. Yeah, I could see myself listening to this often enough. The PV, I'd probably shelf the PV. I'm really not. I don't know. It's not cheesy enough. I don't know. There's something missing from it that makes me really want to watch it. Not enough humor, uh, or at least not my humor in it. So I'd
Yeah, I
probably
mean
shelf.
it's not the funniest PV, but like I can see how it's more like, oh, these are humorous situations, not necessarily that it's a funny video.
Yeah. Yeah, so I see myself more shelving the PV.
Yeah. Um, I am putting both the PV and the song on repeat. I have been. I bought the Predia album like 2-3 days ago. It just came out this week, and this is my go-to song. One of the go-to songs off that album. So yeah, it's a great song, really catchy, and the PV is just fucking fun and just charming. The members look amazing, and you I can't help but feel like, god damn, this dude had a lot of fun filming this PV, because who wouldn't want to be in that situation?
Or he had a really, really rough time filming the PV because, you know,
Yeah, blue balls.
it's all tease.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, but I would take that. That's better than nothing.
Yeah, and part of the PV might be because I don't really know the members and I've not gotten into Predia.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I mean, it definitely helps when you know the members and stuff. But yeah, it's a really fun PV. All right, that's a Predia Hotel Sunset. Next up, Team Syachihoko. Jumpman, 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 Jumpman. No. Jumpman is a song. Not to be confused with the song by Drake. But yeah,
really?
this is Jumpman. Yeah, so Jumpman is the Michael Jordan logo for Nike. So I don't know if that's what Shachihoko was going for.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nothing about this PV is very Jumpman, although there is some guys carrying basketballs, but I don't
There's some
think.
jumping at the front.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I guess the PV is the more interesting thing to talk about, so let's talk about the PV.
It's very
This PV doesn't make any sense.
no, no. Now it's like very
Alone.
precise. I
She has no
guess.
friends.
She just seems very, I don't know, military. Very
It,
precise. Very.
she looks like she's sealed in some government testing
Yeah.
science lab and playing shogi by herself.
Well, I think it's supposed to be like a spaceship, isn't it?
Well, I don't know because I'm assuming it's just a random location in Tokyo or Nagoya or whatever.
That's kind of the feeling I got. She was like supposed to be on a spaceship,
It
but
could be because, the whole idea is that they're all astronauts or whatever because you see them in space.
yeah,
But, like, everyone else is not in space.
yeah,
That's what I don't understand.
it's weird.
Yeah, because, like, Chiri has, like, 4 random people hanging out with her. And,
Yeah,
um,
and so does Haruna.
yeah. Oh, there's a Michael Jordan reference, basically. They point at a shoe, and the number 23 is plastered all over the background. So, yes, Jumpman is referencing Michael Jordan. So, that's
And
cool.
then you got oh god, what is her name? What is Purple's name?
Yuzuki?
Yeah, she's like a crossing guard.
Yep. I think it's when you have construction, they're the people that guide the traffic around the.
Flaggers,
Yeah, exactly. So
or maybe the ones at the airport, but she's not in an airport. So
yeah, I mean she's just on like the streets of a random city, and yeah, it's
in a
definitely.
car.
Yeah, I think she definitely is a construction worker that's guiding traffic. And
Uh,
yeah,
Amoebas.
it turned into amoebas during the bridge. Why? I don't know. Because Michael Jordan, Jumpman.
Yeah,
Jumpman, Jumpman.
I don't either. It's weird. It's like just their faces on an amoeba.
Yeah, this PV doesn't make any sense because why are Chiri and Haruna and like Honoka like partying with people while Nao and Yuzuki are not?
Yeah, I don't
Nao's
know.
by herself playing shogi in a scientific lab, and Yuzuki is just randomly dancing and directing traffic around a construction site. It's just not cohesive at all, so it doesn't make any sense. But it's a really enjoyable PV for me because I think this is the kind of PV I want from Stardust. Just doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense. Goofy, ridiculous, colorful. So
Brings you back to Aidochi Kusai.
right, it's not quite as ridiculous as that,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Not
it's
quite.
definitely reminiscent of that stuff, and they do some good CG work,
Yeah.
which is nice. They do like Windows operating system, like a Windows 95 looking thing, and yeah,
Like-
and there's like a lot of cultural references. So.
And a lot of tech references too. Like, oh hey, look, this is Sony Vega or whatever.
Right.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
a lot of references. Like, I think it was Haruna. She's holding the Mario question cube the entire time, basically. And
I missed that part.
yeah, and it lights up.
Oh, it's
Kinda dope.
hearts.
What's hearts?
It's the ring in space.
Oh, okay.
It's all hearts, interlinked.
Okay.
I
I mean,
was
it
trying
still
to
doesn't make any sense. But,
no, but I was trying to figure out what it was.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's just why is she the I can't speak tonight. Ito, why is she at a pool hall with like 4 dudes?
Yeah. Well, 2 of them are ladies, I think.
Yeah, I think there's a couple
But
girls.
one of the guys looks like Suga from BTS. I thought that was funny. The dude with the blue hair. He dresses like him too, so I was wondering if that was like a reference to Suga. But I think it's pretty funny.
Did Now's color change?
I think she's still blue. She's wearing blue under the jacket.
Yeah. The Wikipedia says her color is dragon's blue.
Great. Just fucking great.
Which, makes no sense, so.
Jumpman was Mario's name before they named him. Okay, that's interesting. Never knew that.
Okay.
There's a part where Haruna is holding the block, the Mario question block, and then is holding like a mustache on a stick up against under her lip or over her lip. And she has a green hat, so she looks like Luigi. So, a lot of references. It's a really charming PV.
Yeah. I don't know. This is just weird. There is one shot where the guy behind, or one of the people behind Haruna is holding the question cube.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the watermelon?
I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be a basketball. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of like meaning into this, but yeah, no, I got nothing.
And Now is not actually in a science lab. She's sitting in like a crane game, a UFO catcher. It's zoomed in on her so far that you don't really see the actual thing, but in the beginning you can see the crane and like the buttons in front of the machine. So she's like sitting in a machine, basically.
And then she's in a tower with like weird light powers in her hands with an UFO flying in the background.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but it's a fun PV.
Yeah, no, it just it seems very random, but I'm sure if you understand all the references, it's not. But I don't get all the references, so
This is one of those things where if you were a YouTuber, you could probably do a video breaking down all the references and
probably, yeah.
yeah, be fun. Let's see.
100 things you didn't know about Syachihoko PVs.
Yeah. And then like the thumbnail is just a guy like with his thumbs up like this and making a face for no reason.
Yeah. Yup.
All right, so the PV's pretty good. Song a little disappointing for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I wasn't feeling this song so much.
For as goofy as the PV is, the song is really straightforward and just this flat Japanese samba song that doesn't really go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's what it is the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I wasn't too impressed with this song. It's just, it's there. They sound okay. But beyond that, it's just kind of whatever for me. I'm not. This is a take it or leave it for me.
Yeah,
Really?
I think I would leave it.
I'm just not. Yeah, I don't know.
Like, it's not a bad song at all, but it feels like a filler song. It doesn't have,
Yeah.
like, incredible energy or a hook that, that goes on for days.
Yeah.
And it just feels flat.
Yeah, it's also got some weird, I don't know, vocal work done in it. There's some weird. There's more rapping in this one than normal.
Right.
But there's also that part where Ito's singing in a weird style. I don't know. It's just. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed with this one.
Yeah. it's kind of sad because the PV's really hype and fun, but the song is just flat.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is a
Mm,
song that would be more interesting if it's performed live and you're there. But
probably.
just us sitting at home watching it, and with a PV, it's just doesn't do it.
I also thought that the astronaut shots didn't really help with the energy of it. I feel like that kind of, I don't know, it feels just kind of like it almost like pauses the song for me
Yeah, it makes
while
it
watching the PV anyway.
yeah, it makes it feel like ethereal and kind of airy and atmospheric and
Yeah,
slow. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, not real happy with this song.
Yeah.
It's
I'm pretty disappointed. All right. Anything else?
yeah. They've been disappointing for the last several singles,
Yeah. That
unfortunately.
is that is not an understatement.
I hmm, I'd have to shelf both of these. The PV's not nearly as out there as, say, I know Chikyusai, which I've watched several times on repeat.
I love that PV so much.
Yeah, that PV is great. There's lots of little things going on in that one that this one just doesn't have. It just not. Yeah, I've watched it a few times now, and it's just no. I'm done watching it, and the song's not hype enough to put on a playlist for me.
Yeah. It wants to be hype because it's got that up tempo samba beat, but it
Mm-hmm.
just doesn't come off very hype.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with everything you said. I'll give the PV a shelf. No, no, no. PV's a playlist. I like the PV. Good energy, really fun. I like the references. It looks good. Song is a shelf for sure. It's just disappointing, flat, not overly catchy. So, all right, let's Team Shachioko, Jumpman. Next up, Gang Parade, Toro Ikura Uni Tabetai.
I could go for all of that.
Yep, it makes me want sushi now. Although I did have sushi last night and I did not have any of those things.
I think I could eat all of that.
Toro Ikura Uni. Well, what is a sea urchin? Is that a shellfish?
No,
All right, so you're fine.
no, because yeah, that's the spiny thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a shell.
Okay. Well, it kind of does.
Kind of, but it's not.
It's not a crab.
Yeah, I don't think it classifies as a shellfish.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So yeah, this song is basically I want to eat tuna, salmon roe, and sea urchin sushi. That's it.
Yeah, it's very repetitive. I
But
mean,
I think
they
it's done well though.
they say that a lot in this
They
song.
say it a lot, but it's so catchy.
Uh,
I just I don't even need to hear the song. I can just hear it in my head. Toro ikura uni tabetai. And just repeat that 3 times and you got the chorus.
yeah,
And this song is, it's not your typical gang parade. It's not like punk rock. It's
yeah.
more in style of Plastic to Mercy. So it's a EDM song.
It's more the other group name that they went by at one point.
Yes. And then also
Oh,
the title of the first song that he did. Yes.
yeah, yeah. I like the instrumentals of this one. I think better than their others. But then I did like Plastic to Mercy.
Yeah.
So Makes sense, I guess.
This is like a meme version of Plastic to Mercy.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think. Go ahead.
it's got you get your head bopping.
Yeah, for sure. It's just got a nice punchy beat to it, and has a nice hook, even though it is very repetitive. It's just really gets stuck in my head.
Yeah, yeah, but the PV is, uh, we called predias like stalkerish.
Hmm.
This one's just a little like I don't know. I feel almost I get an almost like psychotic feel from this. It's like if I don't get sushi, I'm going to kill you. And if you don't like me eating lots of sushi, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going for because the story is that this girl, not a member of Gang Parade, but this girl is dating a guy. The guy breaks up with her. She's depressed. She goes to play pachinko, and then she's like, "Oh, I know how to eat sushi or get that guy back or whatever." I don't know what her end game is, but it seems like she wants the guy back and sushi at the same time. So her idea is, call him up and then present him with a ring that is made out of sea urchin like shell, like half of it's like cut open, and then inside the ring or the diamond where the diamond is supposed to be, it's the salmon roe, the ikura, like one piece of ikura on top
Okay.
as a diamond, and she presents it to him, and the dude's like, "What the fuck?"
I was thinking like pearl, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah, or yeah, a pearl, but it's supposed to be like some sort of like promise ring or an engagement ring, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what exactly is going on, but I don't think it was supposed to make sense anyway, so I'm fine with it.
Not really, no. I don't think it was meant to make sense either.
Yeah,
I, yeah, she pulled that out and presented it to him, and I was just like, what the hell
yeah.
is going on in your brain?
The dude was just as baffled as we were.
What is this woman thinking? It's one of them things where it's just kind of like, wow, where did that come from?
Yeah. And there's a great part in the middle of the PV at the bridge where the gang parade members actually show up in this PV because the entire time there's no gang parade members. It's just about this girl.
Yeah.
And the gang parade members basically they show them one at a time just eating sushi, and they're just like, "Ooh, that tastes so good." They're having those reactions like you would see on like TV,
Yeah.
but it's like supposed to be like a YouTube video. So like
Yeah.
when the beat drops, it cuts out and then it shows a YouTube video loading. So when I watched the first time, I got so tricked. I got bait and switched so hard. I was like, "What the fuck? Is this loading?" And I would click on it, pause the video, and then start it again, and realize that that's part of the PV.
I reloaded the YouTube because I'm like, why is it skipping?
It's such a good bait and switch.
It didn't catch me that it was loading, right?
Yeah.
I figured that was in the video, but it's just like, why is the audio stopping? That was the part that really confused me.
That was where the beat dropped.
And it's just like, so yeah, I reloaded the website. I'm like, why is it doing this? And then I realized, okay, that's how they intended for it to be. And it's like, I don't know if I really like that part, but it kind of makes sense.
I thought it was clever. It caught me off guard, which is,
Yeah, yeah, no, it definitely catches you off guard.
because it doesn't allow me to sit here and just have my eyes glaze over and go, okay, this PV sucks. It kept me on my toes. And then, like, when the members were eating the sushi, just their blissful face of eating good sushi and just looking happy and euphoric.
And the one with the tuna sticking out of her mouth.
Yes, it's fucking great. And members look amazing.
And then, who was it at the end who just kind of like shot the ad at you with all the different sushi?
I don't know.
I don't know all their names, so I couldn't tell you. And she's playing a pachinko machine that's all sushi based.
Right. I mean, that's probably what inspired her to go get sushi again and get her boyfriend back, I guess. Because it was a sushi pachinko machine.
Guess. I don't know.
This PV doesn't make any sense, but
Nope.
it's fun. I think it's funny. And for a PV where the members only show up for like maybe 30 seconds, it's really well done. Like, I didn't feel pissed off at the end going, I didn't see the gang parade members enough. Yes, I do feel that way, but I'm not pissed off about it.
Yeah. I. Yeah, I mean, I'm not invested, I would say, in this group as much as you are.
Mm-hmm.
So not seeing the members didn't really bother me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm only invested in like maybe 3 or 4 members, so I can't say that I know all the members. So, but it was nice seeing them for
the
a short
yeah, the short period that they are there makes a fairly strong impression.
Yeah, they just look so happy.
And they even got the next video little tag there.
Yeah, that's why it caught me off guard. I was like, okay, I guess it stopped loading, so I have to go to the next video or something. So, it's really well done, and it's fun.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm with the dude. I would so break up with her.
Yeah, she's got issues.
Uh, you got anything else?
No, you want to rate it?
I think I'd put the PV on a shelf. It's definitely not terrible, but I just don't see myself watching this. I feel slightly uncomfortable watching this just because of the way they tell the story. So I don't think I'd watch it very often. I'd put the song on a playlist. It's repetitive, but it is very, very catchy. And I enjoy the instrumentals a lot in this.
Yeah, I agree. I would definitely put the song on a playlist. It's got a really easy hook that it doesn't take much effort to make, but it's just really solid and undeniably catchy and has good energy, good instrumentals. PV, I would put it on a playlist too. I think it's really fun, goofy. You know, it's one of those PVs that I wish there was more of the members, but it's fine. It's a fun PV without them for the most part. So, all right, that's a Gang Parade Toro Ikura Uni Tabetai Sushi Song. And that's all the deep discussions we're going to have this week. But before we end the show, we're going to talk about the rapid fire ratings. We're going to talk about some short PVs and some PVs that were that we thought didn't really need a deep discussion on. So let's dive right in. Morning Musume 1-8. Hana ga saku taiyo abite.
Flowers bloom with sunshine.
Sure.
Yeah. I think it more bloom with rain, but, you know, hey. I guess sunshine works too.
You need both.
Not technically.
Well, you need sun.
No, there are some desert plants that only bloom at night.
Oh, yeah, but
So,
most plants need the sun.
yeah. I listened to this song the first time and thought, this sounds really familiar. This sounds like really, like some older Morning Musume songs. And I didn't bother looking. You know, I was just like, okay. I listened to it a few more times. And I looked just before the show. Yeah, it's Syachihoko.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, now I know why I felt that way.
I think the tsunku-ness comes mostly from, like, the instrumentals. Not so much the melodies for me.
The vocal treatment.
Yeah.
A lot. The vocal treatment that they used on this is very, like, Tsunku reminiscent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an alright song. It's got that kind of... I'm not sure how to describe this song.
EDM
It's
pop.
yeah, it's got
Robo Musume.
not exactly. It kind of feels, I don't know. I want to say jazz, but it's not
No.
jazz sounding. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, I didn't find myself overly impressed with it, just because it does sound a lot like Sunku. And the PV was very boring. It's just white and red, black and red with flowers. And I couldn't really follow the choreography in it. So,
There's a lot of cuts.
yeah, a lot of cuts, a lot of camera panning. Really hard to follow it. But, Hanina looks great, so I'm all for that. And Maria. So, I'm all for that. I'd probably put the song on a. At this point, with only, what, a minute and a half or so, I'd probably put the song on a shelf. The rest of it, maybe move it up to a playlist, but I doubt it. And the PV, I'd dump the PV. I don't see myself going back to watch this.
Um, I I listened to this song a lot already, like maybe like 12 times at this point, because it's a short version, so it's really easy to just repeat and loop.
Mm-hmm.
This song, I have no idea what the song is. I don't know when the chorus starts. There's no build up. There's nothing. It's just a flat line. It's just a dead person, just the entire time, and doesn't have any build up. There isn't like a discernible hook. It's just super flat and unimpressive. Even for a Tsunku song, I like most of Tsunku stuff, so
Mm-hmm.
he's a hit or miss guy for sure, like most people. But like this is a miss beyond a miss. It's just unimpressive and leaves absolutely no impression. Just boring and no melodies that I can latch onto. So I dumped the song. In PV, I would probably just shelf it. It's got an interesting background, but it's your typical, one set, indoor studio looking PV, which, it's not really my thing. So this might as well be like a predia PV or a predia PV from like a year ago. Just one set, one look, and that's about it. Of course, this is a short version, so, you never know. Maybe the second half is dope, but I kind of doubt it.
I doubt it changes at all.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's Morning Musume 1-8, Hanaga Sakatayo Abite. Next up is Keakizaka 46, Garasu Ware, or Break the Glass.
I don't want to break the. Ow, I don't want to break the glass on my TV.
I mean, if you have a shitty TV like that one, like a CRT TV from 20 years ago, you might as well break it, right?
I could probably find one.
Yeah.
This song started out really strong.
Absolutely.
I mean, it comes out of the gate and punches you in the face.
Yeah.
And then it just dies.
Then they start singing.
Yeah. It comes out of the gate, punches you in the face, decides that really, really hurt, and runs away.
It's like a dude who punches someone in the face and they go, "Ow, my hand!" Oh.
Yeah.
And then they just stop fighting because punching people hurts.
Yeah.
So it's like that.
Yeah.
I agree. 100%.
Yeah. They're singing in the typical AKS style of choral.
Yep.
It's all together, basically. Or 8+ people at once.
It sounds so weak.
Yeah.
For an attitude song, it sounds absolutely weak, powerless.
Yeah, for a song that I could see being like the opening for Majiska Gakuen or something, that's supposed to have attitude and power and, like, I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
This is like, the instrumentals are there and then the vocals are just, oh, I mean, yeah, but if you touch me, I'm gonna fall over.
Yeah. That's not powerful at all. That's exactly how they
Yeah.
sing too. It's just
Yeah.
it's lacking any sense of balls because visually you
Mm-hmm.
look at it and go, "Oh wow, this is a
Yeah.
badass looking PV. The outfits are badass. Their choreo's badass."
If you played this muted, you would have a totally different song in your head.
Absolutely. Or different sounding vocals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just the vocals has no punch whatsoever, which has been an ongoing issue with Keakizaka, no Gizaka, and most AKS groups.
Yep.
So it's not a surprise, but it's just absolutely disappointing. So much
Oh,
potential.
yeah. Totally disappointed, especially after that opening. The intro of it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like the
Uh,
whoa, right? That part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what that reminded me of? It's like I don't know if you listen to any of Fall Out Boy's recent stuff, but they do like
No.
this. They do this arena rock sounding like chanty songs, where it's a lot of like it's
Yeah.
just that like put your fist in the air and do the anthem with me kind of songs. So I
Yeah.
thought that's what they were trying to go for, but when you sing like this, it just doesn't have the power or the meaning that like those like really solid Fall Out Boy songs have. As
Yeah.
as corny and cheesy as Fall Out Boy has become since they sold their sound out, they still make like really powerful music. Just listening to stuff like Irresistible or Centuries or Phoenix, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I do know that.
They get you really like hype. They may not be the greatest songs, but like the way Patrick Stump sings his heart out and the way they chant and stuff, this is like kindergarten work here.
Worse.
Yeah, it just feels weak.
Yeah. They needed at least one or two solo vocalists that could put the power in,
Yeah.
and they apparently didn't have it. So it just fell on its face.
Yeah.
And it is a rock song too.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it is. But then they sing it with like the church vocals.
Yep.
And they're not even like gospel vocals where it's like powerful. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm in the choir and I have to sing.
Right. It's like an elementary school chorus club.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's really disappointing. I'm gonna have to. I will shelf the song solely for the instrumentals. If it if the instrumentals were any less, I would dump it.
Oh, absolutely.
The PV is very, I don't know, disjointed. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't understand what she's fighting or doing.
They're fighting themselves, man.
I guess it kind of looks like she's like, I don't know, sparring or training or something. It's very weird. I would dump the PV. I didn't really see anything in it that would make me want to rewatch it.
Yeah. I dumped the song. God, it's so much potential there, but it just sounds so weak and unimpressive. Shelf the PV. I like the idea. I like the concept, but there's literally that's all they do is headbang with their cool ass jackets and gloves and dance in formations the entire
Throw
time.
some fists.
Yeah, and that's it. There's no actual concept. It doesn't even look that great. But I do think the choreo is really cool, and that's one thing about Keakizaka that I really like is our choreo. It's really intense and energetic. Can't say the same about their vocal work, but yeah. Choreo's awesome. So it's a good looking PV. I like the outfits. It's manly. But yeah, it's just not super interesting.
Yeah.
Keakizaka 46, Garas o Ware or Glass o Ware. And next up, Country Girls, Kaito wa keshite no I love you.
I love you.
I love you that I write and race over again.
Love me.
So this PV, I guess, is pretty straightforward.
Cute.
Yeah, it's just like the cute. Hey, here's a member hanging out, and that's it.
Yeah. And some of these camera angles make Mai look really tall
Yeah.
compared to the other girls. And I don't think that she's really that tall compared to them.
Right.
But some of the camera angles. Yeah, this is basically, hey, look, I'm singing and winking and you enjoy looking at me. Oh, yeah, I gotta write something or draw something, you know, it's... There's not a lot going on.
No.
The members look good.
Yeah, it's a cute
well.
PV.
Yeah, it's
But
filmed well, and the members look good, but
there's a weird sepia tone to it,
in some shots, yeah.
so not a fan of that.
I'm okay with it, only because it tones down the glare
Right.
that would have been there otherwise.
Yeah.
So, I'm okay with it. But the indoor shots are really good. But again, it's a short version that's like a minute 30.
I'm gonna assume the rest of the PV is like that.
Probably, yeah. There might be something about handing over a letter or something at the end, but yeah.
Right.
It's pretty much a typical Hello Project love song.
It's definitely a country girls
Yes.
girls thing.
Yes, it is.
This is totally up their alley.
This is a very country girl song. I'm okay with it. It's not the best that they've done. It's not the worst. There's really not anything overly specific about it, but I enjoyed the country girl sound. So this one's, yeah, it's all right. I'd put this on. I'd probably shelf this one. I don't think I'd listen to this one very often.
I will probably shelf both.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
PV, there's literally no intrigue aside from, if you're really invested in members, that's great. But I can't see the PV going anywhere aside from them dancing in one room and standing around a house. So that's really lacking in intrigue. But it's a cute PV for what it is. It just feels really budgety for a group that has way more money than most budgeted groups, like lowly budgeted groups. So
Yeah.
it's a little lacking.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably shelf the PV too. I like Mai, so I look, she looks good in this, but yeah, I mean, the only place I see this going is they might hand a letter to the camera. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, they put a letter in the mailbox in the beginning, so it could just be them putting the mail in the mailbox.
Yeah.
So, song, yeah, I shelf it too. So, yeah, doesn't do it for me. Their music doesn't do it for me for the most part. So, all right, Country Girls, Kaito Akeshita no I Love You. Next up, another Stardust group to talk about tonight. Hachimitsu Rocket. Yeah.
This is Stardust?
It is Stardust. It's from 3B Junior.
First single, huh?
Yeah, second.
No, this is...
No, it's second single in the title.
Maybe the... Yeah, the description must be saying what their first one was.
Yeah. The song's called Okashi no Watashi to Hachimitsu no Kimi. So, odd me and honey you. It's dumb. It's a dumb title. But it's a play on words. Okashi means snacks,
Candy.
which is like, candy or snacks. That's why they're holding candy and snacks the entire time. Or when you say something is okashi or okashina, it means something's odd or mysterious or whatever. It's got some intrigue to it. And Hachimitsu is honey, so I don't think that's a play on words exactly. I don't think. So.
That's probably got something to do with their, like, name or something.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Oh, okay, yeah. The number cleared that up. Both singles are coming out
um,
simultaneously.
what? That's not two singles. That's one single.
Not what they say. First and second single, something or other.
That's bullshit.
Hachimitsu Rocket something.
Hachimitsu Rocket, yeah. That's the
No,
first single.
no,
But like,
it's got a more to the title, but I can't read
yeah,
the kanji.
Ogon no Nananin. So there's 7 members and they're all golden. That's really dumb. Oh, this is the ending to the Dagashi Kashi 2 anime.
I don't know that anime, so yeah, I don't know. This was very weird. I didn't really understand the whole candy thing. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. Probably because I don't understand all the lyrics, but the PV doesn't help. There's not a whole lot going on in the PV. In fact, I think isn't it almost entirely filmed on the rooftop of a school?
It's basically the rooftop and in like an indoor performance shot. That's
Uh,
it.
yeah. So yeah, there's really nothing to tie it all together.
No.
And I mean, okay, yeah, it's bizarre, kind of weird, and that fits Hello or Stardust. But okay, so the anime is about candy.
Yes.
Okay, like I said, I haven't seen that one, so
You can skip it.
yeah,
It's,
probably
it's not that good.
I would probably do that. Yeah, I would think I'd probably shelf both. No, I'd shelf this song. I'd dump the PV. I see nothing in this PV to make me watch it. Um, but the song's listenable. I probably wouldn't listen to it very often though, so I'd shelf it.
Yeah, I feel a little conflicted because I really like the chorus. It feels very Rocka Japonica, so
Hmm.
I really like the feel of the song, but I don't like the speaking line verse that they do. I've never been a fan of speaking lines, so I think that's a little disappointing. But it's a pretty okay song. It's at least the chorus is catchy. If I could give it a score somewhere between playlist and shelf, I would put it there. But maybe I'll just playlist it. I'll put it on a playlist. I listen to it. Maybe skip it, if I don't feel like it. But PV I'd dump too. It's rooftop shots with snacks and candy, and a boring white background studio shot when they're wearing like I don't know what they're going for, like
I don't want.
pastel colored Hansel and Gretel outfits. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's pretty childish, I guess.
Yeah, and they're not even eating the candy. That to
Yeah,
make
they're
it
just showing it.
more interesting. It's just like, oh hey, here's a lot popsicle.
Yeah, I mean Dagashi Kashi is basically that. Like it's literally a show about candy where the main character is or one of the main characters is like, "Hey, let's talk about this candy that actually exists in real life." So, it's I guess sort of like that. They're like showcasing actual
Mm-hmm.
candy. I don't know. They're going full in on that. All right, let's Hachimitsu Rocket. Okashi na watashi to Hachimitsu no kimi. Sorry. X21. Friday Night Party.
Woo. They're not playing, are they?
No, I mean they
Well,
sort of look like it.
they pretend to be.
Right.
Uh, I don't know. I thought I'd like this song more, but I think it suffers from the AKS vocals in this one too. It's not as bad, but it just feels very flat.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's just very flat. Even though it's like, what is this? Kind of jazzy?
No, it's like 50s rock and roll.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, yeah, the 50s. I'm trying to think of a genre for it, but yeah.
It's like Elvis, Chuck Berry.
I guess the soda shop type stuff fits pretty well with
Yeah.
this. So, yeah, the PV makes sense, I guess, with it.
Yeah, like
Bowling
50s
alley.
bowling diner kind of look.
Yeah. All they're missing is, like, the roller skates.
Yep.
But, yeah, I don't know. The song just kind of fell flat for me. And I don't know if it's the vocals or just the very, like, canned instrumentals that they used. But
I think both.
yeah, that's very possible. So I think I'd dump this song. I don't think I'd listen to this. I was listening to it earlier today, and it's just like, yeah, there's nothing in this song that makes me want to listen to it. The PV, it's just mostly them in front of a mic and a few shots of them dancing, so I dump it too. There's not enough of the bowling alley for me.
Yeah, I think whenever Japan does, classic rock and roll kind of thing, it's always, hey, let's do something that sounds like the intro to Johnny B. Good and just fucking do rock and roll like that. That's the only way they know how, because that's kind of what Japan does. They'll take an idea and, like, appropriate it or, make it fit what they want to do, but without sounding too close to the original. But the inspiration is very clear. Like, the intro is very much Johnny B. Good.
Yeah.
But, yeah. It's really flat and just, like, the instrumentals are the flattest part. The vocals I don't mind as much as you do, I think, but I think the instrumentals are just generic and plain and boring.
I agree with that.
I'd shelf it. I think it's okay. PV, it has a lot of props, but overall it feels empty and kind of confined. Mm-hmm. So I'm not a fan of that look. But I like the outfits. Mm-hmm. And I like the props themselves. I'd shelf it. That's X21, Friday Night Party. Alright, that's all the PVs we're going to talk about tonight. But before we end the show, MVPV, who you got?
I think we probably got a pretty easy one this week.
I think we got an easy top two for sure.
I would say that the MVPV is Predia.
Okay. I agree with you. What would be your number 2 or 3?
I'd have to go with... I don't know. I don't really have one. It's kind of a toss-up between Syachihoko and Gang Parade.
Yeah. Yeah, that's same for me.
But they're kind of like, I probably wouldn't put them in the top 10 if I had to, like, go through and list the top 10.
Right. Yeah, so. I'm the same. I would put Predia as the winner with Gang Parade number 2 and Syachihoko number 3. So, Predia, Hotel Sunset is the MVPV of the week. We do stream not Friday, Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Oh, God.
Well, you stream sometimes on Friday nights.
I do that. I couldn't do it this week because I felt like this last night, and then I was also at dinner for a friend who was going away, so that's why I couldn't do it. And we do stream Wednesdays for David and Thursdays for Kenny, and me Fridays, and our PV Power Hour, of course, on Saturdays. Twitch.tv/Schook Kaidan. YouTube.com/Schook Kaidan. Don't forget to subscribe. Follow us on Twitter at Schook Kaidan. Me at Yoshirect and Draco at Draco60. And don't forget to join Discord at discord.me/NSK. Anything else?
No.
All
I
right.
think that covers it.
All right. That does it for the PV Power Hour. We'll see you guys next week.
Later.